Hello, gamers. We are so back. I think I need more crew. Something's telling me I need a little more crew. I know, it's just a feeling. It's just the vibe that I get. Let's see, 5 story points, alright. Might be able to start S-modding a few more things here and there. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, Penny Skenis, back at it again. Shut the fuck up, Penny Skenis. Get back on your ship. Despite it being the best build you've made, the strongest rig you've ever had, you're just going to boot up old-ass games and Minecraft. It's really the best way to use it. Powerful PC and then just play games that absolutely don't need it. Just so you can have a frame rate of 1000. And speaking of a frame rate of 1000, I think the performance of my computer should be better now. Because after doing the Java upgrade, like the Mikohima Java upgrade, I set the FPS limit way too high. And so after checking that and then reducing it, it seems like the performance is doing a lot better, because it doesn't matter if you've got 800 frames a second if the game is if the simulation is slowing down. It's just wasting resources on those 800 frames. So now that I've actually put a reasonable limit on the FPS, it's worked better so far. How are they even running this fleet down 25% crew? 18-hour shifts? Yeah, that's probably why combat readiness is not reaching full capacity. Everyone's just really tired. They're sleepy. The crew is eepy. That's why they take more damage. Let's see. Actually, Ordnance Expertise would be a good pick, wouldn't it? It's kind of a generic, it's nicely transferable, but also relevant on your current ship. Yeah, I think I'll grab that. And you... Systems expertise is tempting. And I'm probably not going to keep you around forever. Impact mitigation missile spec is not really something I think I'm going to need on any of my ships in the long term. So I'll probably get rid of you eventually, so I'll just grab this because it's good on the Centurion. There's a bunch of cargo pods, so I'm assuming that last time I was here, I salvaged everything, and that this is all the extra metal. Have you ever gotten a save file where you found all level 7 officers? I found 3, and in fact I found them pretty early on, within like the first maybe 5 cycles. So I guess not like early on, but before I maxed out all of my colonies. Were they good, though? Well, the level 7 officers all use built-in templates, so the skill sets they have are guaranteed to be good. Like, there's one that's a template for high-tech, a template for phase ships, a template for low-tech, and a generic template. Like, there's a number of different templates. Yeah, the level 7 officers, you only get 4 per save. Although it seems like there's a bug where, right now, they sometimes spawn in at level 5 instead of level 7. That's probably why I only found 3 in that one save file, because... Well, I did find the 3 fairly early on. I've scoured the entire sector, and I haven't found the 4th one. So, that guy probably spawned in at level 5 due to the bug. Although, that's going to be fixed in the next patch. So that won't be an issue in the future. But it is possible to have a save file right now where there's no level 7 officers because of the bug. Very sad. More roleplay elements? I mean, it's definitely an interesting idea, but it also feels like it would end up interfering more with a lot of the other mechanics. And so if you're more focused on the core gameplay loop and you don't really care about the role-playing, then it's just going to feel like it's constantly interfering. Or maybe FTL-style roleplay events. Well, there is stuff like that. There's just not that much. Although they are adding more with every patch, so I guess by the time the game is ready, there's going to be a decent amount of them. Hey people, Gamer here. Star Sector, basically everything's a piece of shit, but it's really fun. Alright, let me look at my colonies. You are size 4 with Ludic majority. Alright, and how is that going for the crises? Just the Persian League and the Pirates. I mean, the Pirates you can solve just by paying off Kanta. The Persian League... the Persian League. We will teach them a lesson. The Church... I mean, we can negotiate with them to implement... and like, the Church is pretty easy to deal with. You either just give up on Ludic majority, which in the long term you're going to want... Well, not necessarily, but a lot of the time you do anyways, just so you can set up mining. So it's not like it's that big of a deal. Now, where the Persian League is like a penalty, the Ludic Church, you already have... It's like, it's kind of reversed, right? Where for the Ludic Church crisis, you get a bonus, and then you're asked to give up the bonus to avoid the crisis. Whereas the League, you don't get anything. They just show up to fuck with you. No, there's only the Ludic majority population. There's no other faction that does that. So we'll see. I'm not sure if I want to do this, or if I want to just give up on it, or if I want to fight for the Ludic population. We'll see. Kazaron is just going to be a dickhead, but we should be able to... I think, as long as I'm careful, I should be able to snipe the logistics fleets, and that'll be fine. That'll take care of that nice and easy. I am going to need more cash. In fact, I think the next thing I want to do with this cash is get up to 1 million and bribe Kanta. Because last time I checked, I don't have a... Okay, so I've already learned that. Last time I checked, I don't... Yeah. Not a whole lot of colony items here. Speaking of... I've got this, I've got this. Don't think I have a catalytic core. Oh yes, of course, the League Crisis is now a hyper blockade. That does make things a little more difficult. I forgot. Well, that's just going to be fun, isn't it? Okay, wait, hold on. I do, in fact, have catalytic core and a synchrotron core. That's right. It's just in storage over here, waiting for the time when I can actually use them. Not that I can afford hazard pay. Wow, these colonies are not looking too good. It's looking very okay. Funny video about judging viewerships loadouts in vanilla. That could be an idea. I could do like a community post. And say like, hey, post your loadouts here, and then I could make a video out of that. That's something people want to do. Oh, that's true. You can bribe her with lobsters, can you? Or is that... Am I imagining that, or is that like a mod? Oh, whatever. The first thing I need is more money, regardless. Let's have a look at what we've got. Let's see. Maybe. I mean, this could be interesting just as a limit test, although 5 other ships. I'm guessing it's going to be a bunch of these. EMP flares. Well, the first thing I'm going to need is more crew, and then I'm going to go and try and earn more money. Alright, it's time to sector these stars. It's 1,000 lobsters? That's probably cheaper than 1,000,000 credits, isn't it? Hegemony raid targeting Hiver, Persean League. Yes, please take care of that. Look, Hegemony, if you do a good job with this, I might even start paying taxes. No promises, though. Okay, repair and... Let's sell some stuff. Don't need that, don't need that. You guys can have these. Only really need a couple hundred. You guys can have those. Oh. Yeah, whatever this is. Whatever that... Wow, that was actually... Those blueprints are worth a lot. I don't think they accept the Corrupted Nanoforge, do they? Like, you can offer it to them, but I don't think they take it. No, that would actually be over the limit, huh? Wow, there's that pretty narrow margin. 1,600, 1,900. It is surprisingly narrow. Well, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. Got quite a few D-mods now. That's expensive. I need more cash. Wait, have I found Sentinel? That's a good question. Because I could go pick up the... At this point, I'm definitely strong enough that I could pick up the Planet Killer, yeah? Well, if I found Sentinel, I didn't tell the Hegemony because it doesn't look like it's anywhere. And that might be the case. That seems like something I would do. I would just leave them out there. It's like, yeah, I could connect you to the rest of the sector, but you guys are probably better off just not getting involved, you know? Oh no! Anyways, bye. Yes, I think I'm gonna go check with the Hegemony to see if I can hook them up with Sentinel. Because I should be able to go back there and claim the Planet Killer, no problem. I can help with your unrest problem? Wait, is this... Yeah, this is Hegemony, it's not... Ah, there we go. Right. I must make my report. Good work, citizen. Yeah, whatever. Let's get out of here. Okay, that means Sentinel is now... There we go. So now if I want to find it again, that's going to be a lot easier. I can go grab that planet killer and go make a deal with Kanta. Yeah, I think I'm going to head out there. Although, I might want to do a bounty first, just to get some cash. No thanks. Now that's something I can do. 150,000. The biggest ship is an Atlas Mark II. And they very quickly run out of, like, decent ships, and then it's just the Colossus. That seems like a good return for what is going to be a fairly easy fight. Supergiant. Volcanic? Let's see. So it might be this one. It might be the red giant, or it might be that planet. Let's head on over. I've played with the FTL faction in this game, like, once. I liked it, but I haven't really touched too much of what I haven't seen too much of what it's capable of. But for the time that I had it, I did like it. Yeah, if you find yourself unable to fully sat bomb something down to 0, then that means there's an important quest NPC or something there. And that you have to finish the quest first, and then you can completely obliterate it, which does seem a bit silly. Especially with the main quest line. Like, yes, of course, people are going to be totally cool with a war criminal who has just massacred millions of people. Yes, they will happily work with you during the main quest, of course. This makes sense. This is how things work in the sector. Only a fool would think otherwise. Yeah, here they are. Danger level 3. Yeah, we're good. Yes. There we go. Yeah, it's loading in. The FPS hurt a little bit, but now it's starting to get more normal. There we go. Although I'm starting to think that maybe I should get a new PC before I try loading this many mods onto one save file. Because I can tell you that vanilla doesn't really run into these kinds of frame rate issues. Oh my god, really? Already? Alright, hold on. Let's see if I can improve that. Alright, well, we can take a little risk. Let's see if that works. I've got more than enough RAM. It's not a RAM issue. I think it's more just the computer's getting old. And the pirates have all these cool weapons that I probably sold to them at some point. Any recommendations to beat the Knights of Lead bosses? Well, I haven't beaten the Knights of Lead bosses myself. As a matter of fact, I haven't even seen them. So I don't know what would be good against them, because I don't know what they are. But if you're running Scalar Tech, then I'd have to guess... Well, the Gown, being a 100 deployment point ship, is a bit ridiculous in player hands. Not to mention the Dasui Assault Fighter, which is kind of broken. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, that should take care of that. It is a good idea to target the Atlas when you have the opportunity. It's fragile, but the firepower is pretty solid for its deployment points. Man, even the ramming ship has not really taken any damage. That's pirates for you. Life is easy. 3 stars, my ass. Yeah, difficulty stars do exist, and they are supposed to help you roughly gauge how strong an enemy fleet is. At the very least, they tell you how much bonus XP you can expect. So if it's 4 or 5 stars, you're going to get a good number. But if it's 3 or less, you're probably not getting any bonus XP. We can full assault this. Alright guys, cleanup time. Yeah, look at that. The frame rate's not so bad when there's only 1 enemy. Or 0 enemies. Get that rock battle music. Which does not sound as intimidating as you'd expect from battle music. Ah, yes, of course. Ludic path cells on a Hiver world, naturally. Not sure how the humans blended in, but I guess technically it's a planet that probably has humans. It's just ruled over by the bugs. Is it faction leader? That's probably what it is. Right, the humans are being oppressed by the bugs. You know, I'm pretty close. I can go grab this as well, and hopefully it'll tell me where another mothership is, unless I've already gotten them. Yeah, the Odyssey is a really good platform for most of the Omega weapons. Speaking of, Omega weapon tier list should be ready soon. So that'll be cool. Just a little spoilers, of course. So don't watch unless you want to get spoiled, or you already know. Fully surveyed. Alright. Oh, there's a gate, actually. In fact, the gate is active. Outer reaches. Ah, yes. That would be why I didn't find it. That would answer the question. Why didn't I salvage this before? Because outer reaches, of course. Syndria was owned by the Hegemony, again, taken by the Hivers. Do you consider yourself a PNG tuber? Not yet. Something I'm interested in. Taking account the future patch on the Omega tier list. Well, I'll mention the future patch in the Omega tier list. Like, the changes that we know about, I'll mention that, hey, this is getting buffed, so it'll probably be better. But currently, but I'll talk about what, like, I'll rank them based off their current performance. Target analysis? Yeah. Either that or officer management. Target analysis. Yeah, no, it's not in that direction. Alright. Let's try heading this way. This is going to be pointing at that planet. This is actually pointing at it. There we go. Nice. And I got no intel. Just resources. Alright, well that's a bit lame. Let's see, fleet log. Anything else in the fleet log? I don't even see the fleet log. I guess there's nothing in the fleet log. Cool. Well. Planet killer time. Saw the notification a bit late, but here you are. Well, welcome back, Stochastic Turtle. Best Executor build? I don't know about the best, but one that's pretty simple and pretty effective is high-intensity laser, 2 high-intensity lasers and 2 squalls. What? The virus? Wait. Extreme viral contamination. Oh, that's right. Somebody did like a virus bomb or something. Yeah, I think that was something that somebody did at some point. I don't know if that's like a generic Nixerlin thing or like a faction-specific thing. Oh, that's right. It was the Vic. Those guys. They did do a virus bomb. They're like, ah, fuck it. Just wipe out the bugs. Scorched Earth. They can't have it. If humanity can't have it, nobody can. Yeah, I think that's a Vic thing. Because they're the only faction that I've seen do that. Alright, let's go get that hidden cache. Derelict Stjarwal Bull Class Leviathan, of course. Zoom in a little bit. Yes. Blue. Nice. Harvested the whale. Somebody else killed the whale, and I guess they just left the corpse rotting around. Hyver shipping fleet. It'd probably be good to kill those. I guess in the future I'll take the opportunity, but for now I'm just going to ignore it. Whoa, no thanks. I don't need to deal with any kind of goddamn creatures. No, that's not it. The other one. This one. Light industry finished. Okay. Now we're making some cash money. Turn on Freeport. Now we're making some cash money. Look at that. Drug exports? Yes, please. Stability, not an issue. We're good. Yeah, I don't think S-modding heavy armor is all that good anymore. 25% maneuverability is pretty significant. Yeah. Wow, I could even do hazard pay and still make money. That is nice. This is the type of world that you generally want to settle first. Get your farming, get your light industry, turn on Freeport, make some cash. In fact, I could even do some tech mining and it wouldn't be bad. Although I really should have done that first. Because the output of your industries... In fact, I should probably do a colony guide soon. Like, tech mining stays the same output no matter when you build it, but other industries, their output scales the larger the colony. So the best time to do tech mining is when you first set it up. Because if you just start up a size 3 colony, and all you build is tech mining, the maintenance, like, it's cheap to set up, it's fast to set up, the maintenance cost is really low, so you can actually pay for itself just off of the domestic income. Right, you see local income 20,000, for a size 3 colony it's 10,000, and it's enough to pay for everything. And then you just get free supplies and free fuel, and if you're lucky, some rare items. But whatever, there's some interesting things with tech mining. It's not completely useless like some people think. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to the cache, so that's going to be the closest point. Oh yeah, it's going to ask me for my transponder now, even though Sentinel is... Well, Nexerlin is on, so maybe Sentinel will eventually build something. Maybe. Yeah, not too many people stream Star Sector. I think I've seen a couple other ones, but the viewers was like 2. I have seen them pop up occasionally, so I'm just assuming that these are people who stream like who've only were streaming like a couple of times. All right. Before I do this, I think my next playthrough will be Iron Mode, but with this playthrough, I definitely bit off more than I could chew. A little saving and reloading feels fair to make up for that. And tech mining can be worth it. Like, another thing you can, like, something you can do with tech mining is just ignore all of the ruins except for vast ruins. And what you do is, once you have like your main colony set up, you basically just drop, like, how do I put this? You get the max value out of a tech mine on the first month. And it seems like if you stack up enough bonuses, you're guaranteed a rare item on the first month. If you have a vast ruins, so the very largest size, and you put in an alpha core, and you put in 2 storage points, then on the first month you are guaranteed some rare items. In my experience, it's usually a corrupted nanoforge, but sometimes you'll get like an alpha core, sometimes you'll get like a synchrotron core, like something else. But like corrupted nanoforge is the most common, but you seem to be guaranteed something. Well, you've killed something, but you are also in a very dangerous position. So maybe if you use your system to get over there, that might save you. We'll see. At the very least, it's distracting the onslaught, which is pretty useful. Wow, my second jackhammer just completely vanished into thin air. Wowza. Well, anyways. Oh, wow. These, you can really feel that elite ballistic mastery, eh? Damn. I think the twin-linked railguns actually have higher projectile speed than regular railguns, by the looks of it. If that's how fast the... Damn. Relax a little. Let's see, the Enforcer's gonna pop. That's fine. I think I need you to get over there. Let's finish that up now. You guys can just keep doing whatever. Oh, are you doing that thing? Yep, you're doing that thing. So I've told it to kill this ship over here, but the AI is still targeted on the Legion, so every time it uses its system, it tries to turn around, which screws itself over. So it's... Alright, well, good luck with that. I consider this not my problem. If you would just get over here and not die. There we go. Come on, turn around. Yep, that's it. There we go. Now keep using the ability and go this way. Just, no, don't turn around. Just keep using the ability and go this way. Just go over here. Alright, you know what? It's fine. It's not a big deal. This is a perfectly average day in the life of a ramming ship. I'm seeing a lot of kinetics on this. That's not good for me. But I should be able to finish this off. There we go. Let's take some distance. Let's help out over here. Yeah, it's just down to the capital ships, which means we can easily go surround them. Well, Industrial Evolution is cool. I'm pretty sure it adds... Like, there's an item, that, like Stellar Reflector or something, that looks almost exactly like a Pristine Nanoforge. So every time you find it, you're excited for like 2 seconds because you think you found a Pristine Nanoforge. And then it turns out it's just a Stellar Reflector, which is... not a Pristine Nanoforge. It's not as good. So that one little thing is a little annoying. Although they might have updated the sprite since then, who knows. I haven't used it in a long time. I don't know why people say the Onslaught is so good. I mean, it just died, and if it died, that means it's not very good. Let's see. Do I want to spend a bunch of story points on all of these? In fact, this is the one that I lost. Yeah, no, I'm not going to bother with that. I can recover the capitals without spending story points. So that's cool. That's pretty... Yeah, getting both of the capitals for free is a pretty good deal. I don't really have like a set finish line for when I consider a save completed. It's just I stop playing in the save file when I run out of things I want to do. Let's see. F1. Power grid, engine, structural damage. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Degraded shield, structural damage is... Hitting both the hull and armor at the same time is pretty bad. Faulty power grid is... Even on a low-tech ship, is pretty bad. And sure, I can put alpha cores in them, but... Man. I mean, these things are never going to show up again, so I guess I'll spend the story points on those. They're like unique ships and all that. Wait, where's the... Should have automated hull mod. Yeah, automated ship, there it is. I guess I'll do that. Alright, as much as I don't want to burn through story points, that's a lot of bonus XP, which is nice. Let's see, why is it 70, 53, 53? There's some weird multipliers. See, it's just it's 100 for a normal ship, but these are like 70. That's weird. Huh. Wonder why the bonus XP is like that. Well, I'm going to spend it. I've got a special something. I think I'm going to leave these all mothballed for now. I'm going to put an alpha core in one of them. It's got to be the Onslaught, right? It's got to be the Onslaught. I believe it's because they're S-modded. That might be it. Speaking of, it's a bit weird that, like, Commerce Raiders often have S-mods on their ships. But when you recover them, they just don't have them anymore. Feels kind of like you get cheated out of it. Like, if you're going to throw S-modded ships at me, let me recover the S-mods. Well, I'm not going to try and outfit this in deep space when I don't have access to everything. But I need some fuel now because, oh boy. Even if you've got the mothballed, they still cost you fuel. Yeah, that's not going to go away. So I've got a gate in my system, yeah? Yeah. So I'll go to the nearest core world with a gate so I can buy some fuel while I'm at it. Luddic path on... doesn't seem right. Yeah, I think I'll head here. Where was this? Is this in the system I'm going to? Yep. In fact, it's right next to the gate. Fun. Do you mind not popping out of nowhere? You know, some of us have places to be, you know. I wonder if I can avoid them. Yeah, I guess not, huh? Maybe don't send in the one that's just recovering. Oh, wow, I didn't even fully repair the hull on this thing, huh? I've got to buy fuel when I get to the core worlds. I've got to drop off the planet killer with Kanta to stave off the inevitable Hiver blockade. And then after that, I'm going to make big money. Yes, I think a locust is actually perfect for these, for killing these things. And you can see it. It was repairing its hull very quickly. And now it is dead. And it is nice now that I don't have to pilot the Eradicator and constantly get harassed by these things myself. Instead, I can wait for my other ships to get harassed, and then just kill the bugs. I can, in this case, void creatures. They're not... I guess they're not strictly bugs. That's... I should reserve that for the Hivers. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. Stop. One of you capture that. Oh yeah, these guys look really scary, but they turned out to be pushovers. Well, at least when there was one of them. Maybe when there's two of them, they stack up. Who knows? I don't know. But so far, they look pretty much the same. I assume if you complete whatever questline they've got, they stop ambushing you so much. In fact, the questline implies that you might be able to get some into your fleet if you finish things. But I'm a little preoccupied with the whole colony crisis stuff, so I don't know if I'm actually going to do the questline for these. Let's see, how's everybody else doing? I think we can abandon that and that. That should be... Actually, just not worry about these for now. Worry about living, you know? Gotta worry about life. Take a deep breath and focus on what really matters. Whoa. The big guy got all the way down there, and he's making my eagle look a little scared. I'd love to help out, but I need to kill this thing first. Man, the Odyssey does feel really good for killing these things, huh? Just the burst damage. Yeah, the eagle died. Unfortunate. I think you can recover it, though. As long as there's an officer, it should be recoverable. What really matters, Spider-Man, it's not about the money. It's about the Mets, baby. Let's go. Let's... Yeah, let's... the Mets, baby. Well, they're doing something that's preventing me from turning, which is... annoying. Do you mind dying for me? Thank you. There we go. Okay, you can just retreat. If they pushed you that far, you can just retreat. You're good. You've done enough. Let's see. Kill order. Nope. Kill order. Kill order. Nope. There we go. And then a defend order on you. And that should take care of all of them. You can just leave. Just leave. You've done enough. Just leave. Just turn around and leave. Or don't. He's probably a little late at that point. But it would have been really funny if you dragged them all the way to the bottom of the map and then just left. What the heck? It looked like a ghost. Kind of like phasing, but not, because it was still blocking the shots. That was weird. Whatever kind of goddamn creatures these are, they can't be that scary if they die to plasma. Alright, come on, fellas. We've got a job to do. This looks like it's going to take a while, but they are winning. Where are you going? In fact, where's the big one? I don't see it. Ah, there you are. Hello. I have come to duel. I don't know if there's any important tips other than, you know, try not to have too many weapon groups that you need to toggle between if you're piloting it for the first time. Just, you know, focus on controlling maybe 1 or 0 weapon groups. You know, some people will tell you to, like, this is like the Odyssey is a ship where I would say you want the Omni Shield rather than going for frontal shield conversion. And so if you can set it up so you're controlling like 0 weapon groups, that could be useful because then you're just focusing on the Omni Shield. Alright, hold on. Stop eating my guy. Oh, did we both flame out? Excellent. I'm not sure what's going on. Are they retreating? No, of course not. They would never. You know, it's funny, fighting these guys, there wasn't really any frame rate issues. Unlike the damn pirates. Care to explain yourselves, pirates? What do you have to say for yourselves? What's up with that? Oh, it looks like one of them did retreat. Interesting. I really did not get a lot of chitin, huh? That's a shame. Yeah, 180, when ship has 180 degree Omni Shields, it's always very tempting to switch it to frontal shield conversion, but I think on the Odyssey that's a mistake. I think it works better with its Omni Shield. Yeah, that's true. I guess if you're fighting pirates and you start losing frame rate, it's kind of like the technical equivalent of pocket sand. Ah, pocket sand. The classic pirate technique. But instead, nowadays, it's like, aha, frame rate sand. Anyways, fuck you. Die. 800,000 credits is pretty nice. I could use a gate to get home, but I think the first thing I'm going to do is hit Kanta's Den. Yeah, whenever you fight pirates, don't open a comm link. They're immediately going to they're going to tap into the comm link, and they're going to send some, like credit Bitcoin miners, or I guess in this case, credit miners, to your tripad. Which is a bit of a problem because you need that. Like as you can see, you use your tripad for everything. So if you encounter pirates, don't open a con link, don't ask questions, just kill them. Simple as. Right. This is piracy. I'll make the transfer now. Yeah. Stand. Because I'm not gonna fucking 100,000 credits. Ugh. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I shall take my leave to consider what sort of gifts befit the... Well, I've already spent 10,000 credits just to show up here. Planet Killer. Oh, that's right, they don't want the Planet Killer, I forgot. I could just spend a story point, right? But a predator's weapon is not terroricide. Keep it. And be pursued by small men dreaming dreams of death to the end of the arm of Perseus. Well, that sounds poetic, but... I mean... It's like the only time you guys sound poetic about anything. It's like, we don't want to kill people, we just want to steal from them. Well, I mean, we want to kill them too, but like not... You know, only in space, you know? Yeah. We'll just do that. We'll just make life easier. Colonies gain plus 10% accessibility. Or I guess in this case, plus 20% accessibility. Yeah. I mean, it's a bit weird that fighting the crisis gives you 10%, but then contest protection gives you 20%. I feel like at that point, why do, like, make it the same for both? Anything else that I need? So that does take care of that. Let me just check the crisis meter. Yeah. So, contest protection, which means pirates are no longer going to bother. Unfortunately, it looks like we've suddenly got competing exports, which is odd, because the colony was already... The output hasn't changed. The output has not changed at all, so I don't know why. I guess the extra accessibility, but it seems like it's... Alright. Alright, so we just gotta deal with the rest of these. Well, that's delayed enough for now, because I'm not going to worry about it too much. Unless I'm tempted to start putting in hazard pay. But I do like... I'm sorry, 96,000? Oh yeah, commission as well. Between colonies being profitable and a commission, I think I can afford hazard pay. Which would be great, because I want to get other industries set up over here. Oh, and our stability's up to 9. Nice. Kind of go Freeport, although... The extra accessibility seems to have no impact on the money. That's odd. Increased accessibility should increase income from the exports. $15,000 and $8,000 versus... Yeah. Increasing accessibility should increase, even if it's only 5%, it should be increasing the money. How odd. Well, whatever. You only get a money multiplier if it's above 100%? Really? Interesting. Well, I guess there's no point in worrying about that for now. I'll worry about that when I get a Megaport, which... I think for now I'm more worried about spending my cash to get more ships. How's the fleet combat tutorial going? Well, I've got a bunch of other stuff that I've got lined up first. I want to make something fairly comprehensive, so it's probably going to take a while. Ah yes, I loved getting double asteroids. My favorite. Do I even need those? Stability's already looking really good, thanks to Ludic Majority. I guess I could go take me up to 10, but still. Cash. Cash money. Money and cash. Very important. As much as I'd love to assign AI cores, the hegemony is not something I need on my... getting on my case. I'm gonna leave these behind for now. Unfortunately, they all come with the downside of fearless AI, which can be a bit of an issue. Coupled with, especially when coupled with, like, structural damage. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave it behind. Looks like I've lost some ships as well. But hey, of course, the Manticore, nice and pristine. Look at that, look at those. Pristine, pristine, pristine. Very nice. I can almost actually, I can afford to repair the Odyssey, but I don't know if I want to yet. Because most of these aren't super important. Like, weapon range is not a big deal when I'm plasma burning in to close range anyways. Let's see, do I have... No. No, I don't have Xiphos. Anything I want to drop? Oh, you know what'd be nice? 100% bonus experience, and the extra vision range is pretty cool. Let's have a look at that. So this is the default vision range. If I grab high-resolution sensors, now it looks like this. So in fact, I can throw something else out here for comparison. I mean, look at that. Default vision radius, Odyssey vision radius. I think you might be the first person to ask, although I haven't seen every comment, so there's probably been people who've asked before. The Star Sector tournament, it seems pretty cool, because as far as I know, the only tournaments that have been conducted so far have mostly used, they haven't had like skills or S-mods or officers involved, as far as I know. Only streaming when I am at work. Yes, that's why I do it, just to annoy you. Naturally. Although, what are you doing working on a Sunday? That's just rough. But for the tournament, I think as far as I know, there might be tournaments that do this, but this, it seems like the one that Mr. G is doing is the first one where I've seen where there's like officers and S mods and all, and like player skills involved. Yeah, fixing computers. On top of that, there's also going to be all of the YouTubers involved, like Yuran and Yimfa and Grumpy Thumper. So that's going to be pretty cool. How the hell do you do a Star Sector tournament? You have people come up with fleets, and they all submit their fleets, and then you just have the AI pilot the fleets against each other. Well, there's another Star Sector channel called Mr. G that's going to have this tournament. It's not out yet. I think they'll start getting posted around the end of this month, I think. I have not played the Star Sector co-op model, though that looks very cool. Of course, there's the limitation of the fact that it has to be on the same screen, meaning that your friend has to stay close to you. But the whole thing is very cool. Oh yeah, there's no commands in the tournament. The most that you get is you get to choose the officer personalities, and you get to choose sort of the formation that they spawn in. Like, you may want some ships closer to the front, and some ships to spawn in and further behind them. But that's about it. So with that in mind, I think my submission is going to do pretty good, obviously. No fleet is without weaknesses, of course, and there are definitely some things that I can think of that would have a very good chance of beating it. I guess it'll just depend on what everyone else puts in. Yeah, 6.7 points of growth is pretty good. Or 7%, I guess. Points is a different thing. What should be my next move? I think my next move is I've got to clean up my fleet. Let's see. Because I do want to go with the Cobalt instead of just leaning on Omens all over again. But I do need some frigates to try and thin out the enemy forces and distract them while also capturing the points. So that's something I need. And then on top of that, my cruisers are kind of like this. The Eradicator's fine. This is kind of a meme. I guess I'll keep it around because it is funny. It is funny watching Robert Smith ram the enemy with this thing. Manticore's good, but I'm not exactly escorting anything with this. Well, you know, I could take this with me and have the Manticore escort it. It's not a bad idea. Throw you in there. Let's see. It's mostly good. Drop that. Like this. I'm going to hold on to my story point for now. It's got S-modded heavy armor too, with structural damage. Yucky. Yeah, no Storm Needlers. I guess there's the Super Heavy Needler, but that's not super exciting. Actually, yeah, the Odyssey's not really slowing down my burn, because it's at burn 8, which is the same as the cruisers, but this thing would. Although it shouldn't be too... Yeah, It's not the end of the world. I would just need one ox because of hyperfield optimization. But I don't really want to drag around an ox. Because money is still a concern. I might have to sneak into the Vic system so I can grab some more kobolds. Because they are very cool. I guess the Manticore's fine for now. It's all fine. But it's not quite coming together into anything special yet. What do I need? I mean, with the Odyssey as my player flagship, I've already got like that surgical strike that can deal a lot of damage to whatever target I need to. I really do think that the next thing, the first thing I need to stabilize against most enemies is going to be frigates. Yeah, if I want this, I think that's the first thing I need. Because having a bunch of frigates that distract the enemy and pull their attention away is exactly what you want if you're going to go around with an Odyssey. Because if the enemy's distracted shooting at something small, then you can come in from the flank. And you know, that would actually be kind of funny. If I run like a bunch of, like 5 kobolds, and then 5 of these things. Because that would be 10 officers. Wait, that could be really funny. That would be a funny fleet. A funny, 5 ramming ships. Just think about it, 5 ramming ships. The potential is just hilarious. If I've got 5 kobolds as for frigates and then 5 of these things, that could probably work because then the entire fleet is fighting at roughly the same range, which is melee range. Right? If one ramming ship is going to get itself killed, but if you have 5 of them, the enemy's just going to be completely overwhelmed. I think that's the strategy I'm going to go for. Not necessarily the best strategy, but it will be very funny one way or the other. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to lean into the meme. We're going to go with ramming ships. And normally I don't do safety overrides, so I guess I'll make an exception for the ramming meme. That seems right. That seems fair. Yes, that's the idea. And that should... No, not restoring it. At least not yet. That should add up to 150 deployment points. And then you throw in the Odyssey, and that would be 195 deployment points. Which leaves up 45. Which is exactly enough for a second Odyssey. Not that I necessarily want a second Odyssey, but I could afford one. Although more realistically, I would just shove like an Alpha Core into the Onslaught and make that my last ship. Realistically speaking. Yes. I think that's the plan. I'm going to grab more of these and more of these. And it's going to be very funny. So, how is my relationship with these guys? Still inhospitable. We're gonna have to sneak our way in. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. I'm dummy thick. This probably needs more capacity anyways. Yeah. It's already got more than enough dissipation. If I'm going to sneak in, though, some stealth might be good. And by stealth, I mean, let's get some insulated engines. Alright, well, hopefully we can make this work. At the very least, grabbing the ramming ships will be easy, because I'm commissioned by Iron Shell. But Vic are going to make this a little painful. In before Vic starts virus bombing me. That would be very not based. That's that would be cringe. And in fact, that's probably the best way to get them to stop, is to just show up to their planet and deliver a formal letter letting them know that if you virus bomb me, you are cringe. I mean, at that point, there's not really any options that they have. They just have to give up on the whole operation. Yeah, my sensor range is slightly longer than profile. Once you throw in going dark, that should help. Although, actually, this is a good opportunity to hack the sensor array. But then also, I want to introduce false readings, which should affect me as well, but I'm going to have to live with that. Man, I love the background in this system. It looks so painterly. It looks like a watercolor background or something. Like, the backgrounds in the vanilla game look good, but this one is very stylistic. It doesn't look... Like, it doesn't look like it's trying to be hyper-realistic. It looks very stylized. And the style is good. You didn't see me. Yep, go chase a nothing. See, I think that's a false reading. That's that I'm getting affected by. I'll show you these. Alright, do you guys have any ships? I mean, you've got this thing, which looks cool, but it's not what I'm trying to buy. Emergency defense temporarily forces all fighters to regroup and substantially increases their stats. That's kind of cool. Because it's hard to come up with, like, different things for fighter systems other than just, like, do more damage. That's the virus bomb ship? Is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Viral bombardment systems. Of course. The carrier that also bombs people with viruses, naturally. Let's see. 20 deployment points, and it has 4 fighter bays. Seems pretty good. But more importantly, it's got a free targeting laser. Whatever that means. It's also got 4 fighter bays for just 20 deployment points. And then the defense system actually seems pretty good. I like the design for that, though. Like, forcing the fighters to regroup, and then giving them boosted stats. So it's like an emergency button that the carrier uses to defend itself, because that's something that carriers can do. It's a problem they can run into, is that they're sending their fighters on an attack run somewhere else while they're being killed by a completely different ship. So this system would basically be the button that the AI presses to solve that problem. That's kind of cool. Alright, well, I'm going to transverse jump, and hopefully I can sneak in over there. I'm trying to sneak around, but my atlas is dummy thick. Please leave me alone. Yeah, that's a resource extraction, so they're not going to bother me. That's also resource extraction. Okay, so I'm not seeing any patrols. I'm just seeing some mining fleets, which are not an issue. Yeah, I think I saw that bonus XP from profitable colonies, so that's not vanilla. It does seem like Nexerolin, I think it's Nexerolin anyways, that gives you experience if your colonies are profitable. Which is kind of a nice idea for the late game, because sometimes getting your last couple of levels, you can be just preoccupied doing other stuff, so you don't do enough bounties. And then just having your colonies feed you the XP can be nice. But honestly, it's not that difficult to get the last couple of levels. It really only takes like a couple of high-end bounties to level up. Although I guess once you hit max level, they're at least feeding you story points over time. Slowly, but you are getting them. Once again, I seem to be disappointed. What the heck is this? Oh, Moloch. I am sure the Ludic Path is very pleased with this one. Omni-Lunge allows the ship to make a rapid dash in any direction. This I think there's a good reason that this is not in vanilla. The ability to dash in any direction is quite strong. Yeah, I can see why this one would be good. 0.8 shield efficiency. Omni shield 90. Aggressive. Small hybrid, small missile, medium hybrid. Uh-huh. 400 base dissipation. That's a lot for a destroyer. It's got flux stats closer to a Medusa. I guess that's the main comparison it's fighting against, is the Medusa, yeah? At 12 deployment points, then its closest comparison is going to be the Medusa. And the Medusa also has Phase Skimmer, which it can use to retreat or to move forward. Then the Omni-Lunge is a comparable system in a sense. But where this has a much smaller shield arc, it's also got Laidlaw tech, and it's got hybrid slots. Medium hybrid slots. So you could use like Heavy Needler. You could do like Heavy Needler plus Phase Lance. Maybe throw in a couple small hybrid, maybe burst lasers. Small missiles. You're not armor tanking with that. No. 450? No, absolutely not. Well, 450 is still better than the Medusa, isn't it? I'm pretty sure the Medusa has like 300 armor. It's got that frigate tier armor. But no, it's not what I'm looking for. Although, at first glance, it does look pretty good. Without having tried it at all. Now, can I sneak into their homeworld? Is that doable? Or is this a fanciful dream? Let's find out. Spindle desires that another faction yeah, Spindle wants somebody to take their homeworld back. For 1 million. I mean, if this ends up hurting my reputation by abandoning it, then I don't really care. But at the same time, there's like no way I'm going to go do that. It's just too much. Aerospace Squadron. Well, they're not bothering me, so I guess I'll just ignore it. I pretend I do not see it. Oh, hello. armada. I'm assuming that's the patrol that's hanging out over here. That's a fake. So hopefully these guys get tricked by some fake oh! Fake. Ooh, that was close. Oh, of course, another one just spawns in. Please chase fake sensor nonsense. Thank you. Just barely made it. There's another Atlas. That could be nice. I mean, the Vic ships look really cool. Like, look at that thing. It just looks kind of cool. Hey, look at that. Heavy frigate. There we go. They also have a distinct color palette like they have a clear visual design that kind of ties their ships together and is distinct from the vanilla ships. So that's good. See, radar array temporarily improves the mobility of missiles and fighters. And the defense suppressor. Oh, it just makes... Yeah, of course, it just debuffs the enemy. Classic. It's like the Afflictor. But not. So currently, let's see, yeah, you're piloting that one. I guess you're going to pilot this one. Yeah, I'll have to go home to pick up more weapons for this. You got Fortress Protocol, Hardened Shields. See if I can get that. Fortress. Like that. Of course, I don't have enough story points to actually equip everything. But for now, this will have to do. Oh yeah, you know, that's a good idea. Maybe instead of using vanilla weapons, I could try using some of the Vic's, some of their actual weapons. Let's see, strike, that's probably not what I'm looking for. That being said, phase lances are pretty good. It's kind of hard to turn up phase lances when you got the chance. In fact, triple phase lance would be pretty funny. Oh yeah, so 5 deployment point frigate with triple phase lance. I think that would just one-shot other frigates. Let's see, what can you get? Helmsmanship seems like it'll be pretty good, because I think these things are these things are a little slow, which is not ideal. Speed is life. Speed is what keeps you alive. Although they do have convoy drive, so they can at least get around the map easier. In fact, the fact that it increases the zero flux bonus makes it tempting to... Yeah, elite helmsmanship is pretty good on these things, isn't it? Because it's easier to trigger the zero flux bonus, and the flat 10 speed is going to be helpful. Okay. I'm not seeing a whole lot of options right now. It's just like this thing, which... not really what I'm looking for. I guess when it comes to the Vic weapons, I'll have to come back, check in on them later. Maybe they've got a nice large option. No. No, of course not. No, they've got this thing. Although really, because of the bug, it's probably better to just... Well, I mean, he's got missile specialization anyways. But it is tempting to switch over to a Hellbore. Yeah, whatever, I'll leave it. It's fine. So the next thing I want to do is go to the Iron Shell and grab more ramming ships. Let's see... Chittagupta. Yes. I'm just gonna leave. Yoink. Yes, we're gonna do the ramming fleet. Alright, this is the meme I've decided to commit to. I paid my taxes the last time I was here. Should be fine, right? Yes, I think we're fine. Unforgiven. Alright, well, I'm not going to ask. I don't think I've seen this one before. Increasing damage output for 3 seconds. Wow, so that just supercharges everything. More speed, more damage for all weapon types. That's a lot. 25 deployment points. I don't know what the hell a Renown Mounts does. That's an interesting name for a hull mod. Large energy, large ballistic. I don't know, a 14th battle group ship having a large energy seems a bit heretical. But it's probably really cool, so I guess it's fine. Rule of cool, as they say. I could use some supplies. We've you know what, another... I'm pretty sure in vanilla the background is not that pink. We've entered the purple zone. The iron shell is in the... It only exists in the purple dimension. Yeah, I mean, these are basically the same weapon at this point, yeah? 65 times 30. 1300, 410. I guess the Storm Needler... So, it looks like the Super Heavy Needler has better hit strength and better burst damage. Where the basic Storm Needler has more sustained damage and better efficiency. That's what I'm seeing here. Which is... Yeah, it feels a bit redundant, doesn't it? Oh. Yes, you can do that. Thank you. Yeah, that's going to be fine for now. Oh, so there's another Renown. There we go. And hey, look at that. I could spend all of my money to get this, but I think that's probably a bad idea. There's also a Sky Splitter, but I guess it's just too expensive for me. Damn. Both of these have D-mods, so I'm going to pass. Yeah, we're going in. We're going sicko mode. And somehow they just happen to have all the weapons. But they don't have Vulcans, eh? That just seems like a... Really? No Vulcans. At a low-tech station. Are you sure about that? Yeah, that's fair. There's a lot to figure out just with vanilla. There's already a lot of stuff you can do. It can be pretty overwhelming when you install a bunch of mods at the same time, and it's like, great, now I've got 3 times the options. No, 5 times the options. Wow. I have no idea what's going on. Kind of funny the ship with a bug as a captain is also bugged with its missiles. You know what they say? It's like poetry. It rhymes. So this one has X mags. I guess that's not super important. If I skip out on that, It'll probably still function. No, that's not what I want. V. And then just drop all the machine guns for now. Yeah, that'll have to do. And then I'll just grab some Vulcans when I get home. And that will make ramming ship number 2. But who's going to pilot it? Who has the skill? Who's got the expertise? I would say you, but that energy weapon mastery is looking a bit... Oh, you know what? You would have been perfect if I didn't... Actually, systems expertise can still be good, because if you make that elite, that's minus 10% to everything is pretty good. And the system that it has is... Honestly, actually, yeah, this is a pretty... that's a pretty good guy. Mr. Eggman. It looks like you're getting your second chance, Mr. Eggman. Best do it wisely. So yeah, so I think I've named the first 3 and the last 2, so it's these 3 in the middle who don't. Who just have generic names. I'll have to see if I can come up with something for them. Yes, Zazan Empire is the one that adds the egg ship. That is correct. You have correctly identified the source of the egg. At this rate, I might have to make a video about the egg. Because everyone is so fascinated by it. But I'll do it in the form of a YouTube short, so that way no one sees it. Just a little counter-trolling, as they say. Yeah, I don't think you're going to stick around, are you, Mr. Spingus? Because I don't think I have any ship in mind where that skill set is going to make sense. And also, you have the same face as somebody else, which is really awkward at parties. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. 149. So we've got a couple of ramming cruisers. We've got an Odyssey. Might do a little ramming ourselves. For now, we're going to keep on. Hold on to this. We've got a decent amount of frigates, and we've got a Manticore. I think this is going to be alright for this stage of the game. Especially as I start getting more S-mods and upgrades. I think we're going to be okay. Although I'm probably not going to bother with restoring these for a little while. Just going to expect them to die. I mean, you know what they say, D-mods improve supply efficiency. That's the thing that people say a lot, and they say it because it's true. Alright, if you've got like 5 D-mods, it only costs like half the supplies to deploy them. Yes, I think that's the way. This is the way. This is the only way, even. There are no other ways. Alright. Nav officer, take us to the nearest gate. We're going home in like a couple seconds after I remember to get some supplies. But then we're going home. Taking more damage due to D-mods. Have a nice stream. A little confused by that. I think I'm going to stick with the Odyssey for the rest of this playthrough as a flagship. Oh, I'm starting to see... Oh, boy. I really don't like that when going through a jump point takes a few. Ramming ships with derelict operations could be interesting. Because they're going to stack up their D-mods, but then it's like you don't care as long as it's not structural damage. Yeah, we're getting close to the point where I think I need to restart the game to fix that. Because if it's taking several seconds to load a system, that's not good. See, Rift Beam. Ah, yes. The worst of the beams. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll spend my story point. We'll be fine. There is no risk whatsoever. Do I have a resonator? I do. Although I don't think my fleet composition is going to need it. Well, that's not entirely true. I can throw it on the Odyssey. In fact, the fact that I haven't is a bit odd. Like, instead of this, let's get a resonator. Yes. That is what I like to see. In fact, might even... Well, I want to put it on auto-fire because that would make life easier. The problem, of course, is that it generates flux. And while it's only a... Like, the flux generated from it doesn't really matter in terms of dissipation because the flux is so low. Like, I think the only reason it generates flux is to interrupt your zero flux bonus. Well, I destroyed a special research station that was next to a white hole, but I think that's the only thing I've done with Knights of Lud. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more than that. I just don't know what it is yet. Actually, I don't think I need insulated engines anymore. I think I'll be fine without that. Is there anything else that I need? I've got the essentials. So yeah, I guess I'll just grab more flux stats. Yeah, no, not doing that. Okay. Yeah, we're looking good here. Just gotta make sure I've got enough resources. Drop that off. Pick up more fuel. Speaking of resources, let's drop that and go back to... I mean, I really should be putting solar shielding on everything. Serving equipment is very nice. But at some point, I want to earn enough story points that I can put S-modded solar shielding on everything. It just makes life so much easier. Okay, who's my next victim? Is it you? Maybe you? Maybe even you. With all of those Furies. In fact, all of you seem like good targets. Giant primary star. Well, there's a few of those. You're going to have to be more specific. Metallic world. Is there a metallic world? Rocky unstable, rocky unstable. So no, not this one. Desert, frozen, frozen. So not this one. Metallic world, so it's this one. Through the process of elimination, I have found you. Speaking of, we're gonna save and we're gonna close everything because this is going a little slow. Although the saving process isn't taking too long, so it's not that bad. Oh, well, the loading process is taking too long, so maybe it is that bad. Yeah, I'm a big fan of S-modding solar shields. It is a nice touch, the fact that it 100% blocks the damage from storms. It's very satisfying to just drive straight through storms with not a care in the world. And all you see in your bottom left corner is ship avoided damage from the storm. Ship avoided damage from the storm. Ship avoided damage from the storm. You go faster, saves you supplies. And the combat bonus of 10% reduced energy damage is pretty relevant when you're fighting remnants. Just gonna have to close that down and start it up again, unfortunately. It's the only way. Also, you can get Toasty sitting next to stars, no? Yeah, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. If you have S-mod solar shields, you don't have to care about environmental hazards in combat. In fact, this used to be an issue because when they first implemented that change, you could take a single Lion's Guard Eagle, S-mod the built-in solar shielding, and just fly into a black hole. If any, because the problem was that things would chase you into the black hole, and then you fight them. They run out of peak performance in like 5 seconds. But you are completely unaffected. So you could just take a single eagle and defeat an entire Ordo with just that. Yeah, now enemies try to avoid all of that stuff because of it, to avoid you abusing solar shielding. But you still can get them with things like solar flares. It's just really black holes that you're not going to catch them with. Yeah, I don't think you're going to find that anymore. Although maybe the AI is going to work differently before your fleet shows up in system, so maybe it will work like that. Yes, hello. Just the guy I was looking for. I haven't tried kiting the AI into a neutron star, so I don't know. It might be doable, especially since the pulsar turns. Alright, time for Big Pirate. It's time to make big money. We need big money to fund our lifestyle. Recently, the bugs have had me very stressed. The only solution is more money for my lifestyle. I will get this money by killing pirates. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let them do their thing. I'm not going to try and protect them. I'm going to let them ram into the enemy. It's about the big money. At least you aren't selling drugs, so nobody tell them. Yes, the pirates. Once again, it's the pirates. I'm just assuming it's because they've got, like... I'm assuming it's because of the fighters. They spam condors, and the condors spam fighters, and the fighters spam projectiles And I'm assuming that's the problem. But yeah, the frame rate, even with like OBS recording, the frame rate doesn't get this bad in vanilla. Oh, and look at that. It suddenly got better. For a second there, anyways. I'm assuming something died. So this one is hanging back at a distance, and this one is not doing that. What is the difference? Why are you so far forward, and you are way back here? I guess we will find out. Yeah, you're about to blow up. I mean, this is the new one that I just got. Whereas the one that I already had is doing somehow not dead already. Alright, maybe if I remove these colossi, the frame rate will improve. Alright, crew, the murder will continue until frame rate improves. I mean, morale improves. Not that there's much of a difference. Yeah, so this one is still alive. The one that's already got the demods. Ah. Those are pretty cool. And they're from the Skeletech mod, and they're a lot more balanced than the Assault Fighter. Go. I did not mean to click. That was a mistake. That time I meant to click. Oh yeah, that is a thing that happens in Stellaris, isn't it? Yeah, the only solution for a late-game lag in Stellaris is to just wipe people out. You have to kill them all. Alright, how about you support that guy to make sure he doesn't instantly explode? You've taken a lot of damage, my friend, but you are still alive. Actually, another thing I could do is I could switch out the jackhammers for Typhoons. The extra ammo would be really nice. Man, nice ion cannons. Hey, nice Typhoons. You want to drop those at the end of the battle? That'll be really swell. Auto Pulse is just not got enough juice in it. Wait, what did you overload to? Did you just overload to the Auto Pulse for fun? What? You could have just dropped your shields, you know. It wouldn't have been that bad. Hold on a sec. Apologies, I had to take care of something. Alright, let's finish this fight. There's not much left. Just got a little cleanup to do. Let's see. I don't want you to die, but you look like you're going to be fine. In fact, I can probably leave the Odyssey on autopilot and just watch everyone else. Go. Hey, look at that missile firepower. And ramming speed, damage. See, look. Look, guys, it killed a Venture. That means it's good. Double kill. Damn. Oh, you know what the difference is? The other one has systems expertise, so it's probably spamming its system more. That, I bet you that's the difference. That's probably what it is. Captain, bring him closer. It's time for ramming speed. In full assault. Well, I don't think... Yeah, I think he's just going to get away. We'll claim victory. And get him in the auto battle. Yeah, we'll recover. What's a few extra D-mods, really? Glad I was able to jump on the live feed. Well, hello, Vorpal Void. Good to see you. Yes, what's a few D-mods between friends? It's no big deal. Let's see, giant primary star. There is... Now, depending on how you think about it, a black hole is a former giant star. So did it say barren or volcanic? Barren, so it's going to be that one. Alright, we'll get both of these guys. Make some big money. Gonna clean up a few bounties, and actually that should probably get me my next level too. That's the real reason to start doing these bounties. The XP gains are nice. D-mods build characters, a great name for a spaceship. That is true. You are that is... I'm stealing that. I mean, it's a bit long, but I get the idea. Okay. So, where are we going? There we go. Pirates think that they've got a chance. Oh no, it's scavengers. Yeah, you guys don't stand like a shred of a chance, by the way. I don't know why you're chasing me. Wait. Hold on a second. That's a pretty big unidentified contact. Is that the other bounty? There's no way, right? They're both hanging out next to this... Both bounties are just hanging around the same planet. Yeah, I'll go with social distancing. See the joke is that it's the opposite of social distancing because it rams the enemy. I forgot to put Vulcans on you. What a foolish mistake. I can't actually just modify you right now because this is really bad timing. Although your CR is already at 29%, so you're not participating anyways. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Wait, really? I've only got that. Alright. Actually, I might want to wait a few days so you can at least get 40%. That seems like a good idea. Because I would like you to participate. Well, they're burning after me, which means that they're actually... That's something you can do. You can force them to burn through a little bit of their own combat readiness to e-burn. Gives you a little bit of an advantage. I do have a couple story points, but I think I'd rather hold on to them. 46%? Bring it on. Alright, the start of the battle, I guess because we're not fighting pirates, the start of the battle, there's no lag here. We're looking good. The Furies and the carriers are producing less lag than the pirates because, well, the pirates are, you know, the pirates, it's just their thing. They specialize in frame rate attacks. Yeah, I think the Furies are going to have a bad time fighting the Odyssey. In fact, I don't think they have any ships that are going to have a good time fighting the Odyssey. They're just going to have a bad time. This is battlecruiser territory here. Punch down and win. Although if I've got two of them, it does make things a bit more difficult. Well, there's not two of them anymore. Let's see, the ramming ship has somehow gotten all the way behind the enemy fleet, which is perfect. This is exactly what we want it to be doing. This is the winning maneuver. In fact, this looks like it's going to be easier than the pirates, despite getting a higher bonus XP percentage. Let's see. Oh, it looks like they're still deploying more ships. So they've got more than 240 deployment points, I guess. That's the only explanation here. Kill that. Yeah, it seems good to me. Yes, kill that. Where are you going? Alright, fine. Kill the hammerhead. Just, do whatever, I guess. That's the one thing that's annoying about these. It'd be a bit easier to... Like, the risks of a ramming ship would be a bit easier to manage if the AI would actually use its system on the right target. But it doesn't, so it kind of just ends up doing whatever it wants. Yeah, I think we'll ignore that for now. They've got a bunch of herons, and it just doesn't matter. So yeah, there's nothing above me, which means that this is the way to go. Death. I spoke to the demons in Peace Space, and they told me your true name. Your true name is Dead Man, because you are already dead. You just don't know it yet. See, look at that. It's good because it's funny. And also very cool. That is a lot of fighters. Alright, hopefully the Locust just kills them. That would be great. Although I think it might be out of ammo. There we go. What's this? You nerds think you can sit back and do a carrier fleet where you're spamming fighters? Not when I've got ramming speed. But actually, though, the AI does get a little hesitant to attack if it's swarmed by fighters. But when you slap on safety overrides and the ship's system forces it to go forward, that's a lot less of an issue. Mortis. Alright, kill him. Nice. I lost... Really? I lost the Cobalt? I guess it's the new one that... I'm not going to spend a story point on that. As much as I like piloting the Fury, I don't think I'm going to take that. Oh, you know what? That's the Centurion that didn't... Yeah, of course, because it doesn't have an officer anymore. That would be why. Well, that's one. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here. What, you gonna chase me again? Ooh, ooh. You might catch me in a million years. You stupid idiot. I think I need officer management. I'm gonna need more of those. But, first, systems expertise does make a pretty big difference for the Odyssey. As tempting as missile specialization is, plasma burn. So we're going with it. Oh yeah, or E-burn again. That's a good idea. Yeah, just burn through all your combat readiness, really. I'm sure there will be no consequences for this. Yeah, I think you need to hit level 5, and I need to get you another S-mod. Yeah, it's still 0.97. We are entering the realm where one of these days they're going to post the patch notes for the next update. One of these days. We're so close. Do you know when the cutoff for Mr. G's game terminant is? He didn't give me a hard deadline, but he said, you know, within this month. Which of course is not an issue, because I could just immediately come up with a fleet off the top of my head, but as far as I know, it's going to do it sometime later this month. You've got to get... So sometime in January would be the deadline. Can you believe it? Patch notes, just a week away. That is exactly the correct energy. Yep, that's right. Patch notes. Just a week away. Wow. But yeah, that is a good sign for when the update is soon. Is when he actually releases the pre-release patch notes. Let's see. Which one of you is getting further in? This time it's Robert. Well, I guess it's a good idea to capitalize on this while I can. Oh, did you not like taking 6 hammers to the ass? That's unfortunate, because I've got more where that came from. More ass and more hammers. I've got them all clustered up together. Actually, I'm tempted to just go full assault right now. That would be pretty funny. As a matter of fact, let's do it. Yeah. Forget strategy. Let's just attack. The enemies can't shoot back if they're dead. Although I actually think this might be a good idea. We'll see. one of the issues that the ramming ships run into is that they get too really close because of their system, but then they get in by themselves. So having the other ships all close the distance and take off some of the pressure, their survivability should go up. And the enemies are simple enough that this should actually work. Pirate ships are pretty fragile. Yeah, I think this is working out exactly as I expected. We're actually just demolishing them. Go Gadget ramming ship. Or I guess Go Gadget ramming speed. Nice. Even frigates can't get away. That's just cool. See, look at that. Full assault. Worked like a charm. That's just the strategy we're doing now. Well, that's kind of what I said I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna have 5 of these things supported by 5 of these things. And these aren't ramming ships, but they are frigates, so they're going to have to get in close anyways. And if the enemy is being attacked by 5 frigates and 5 ramming ships, I think they're just going to die. I think the enemy's going to die. Which is usually what I want the enemy to do. You look at Crisis, yeah, I mean, I'm making cash. Crisis is... Looks like Tritachyon has given up for some reason. I guess there's... It's got to be something with the accessibility where it's like... Yeah, actually, never mind. I think it's because of the organic shortage. The organic shortage has stifled the output, which has resulted in Tritachyon not caring anymore. And these things are kind of like the Monitor, at least in spirit. Once you throw on the B-Series Fortress Protocol, they are very tanky. In fact, let's throw... Oh, hold on. Let me just simulate max combat readiness and throw both of them in here. Let's see. Yeah, let's just throw them against that. Doesn't matter too much. Reminder to add Vulcans to the ramming ship. Thank you. I will do that, Mr. Turtle. Because I don't think I need to be down south of the sector for anything else. I've covered all the bounties. You can see they activate their system and they're kind of like the Monitor. But they actually do damage. That's the difference. Maybe not quite as durable as the Monitor, but they actually do damage. Potential ship name, Battering Lamb. That is a good name. I don't think they... At least, I don't think the Hivers have ramming attacks, do they? I think they're mostly focused on fighters. I mean, these things have like a shield battery as their system. So they can shrug off quite a bit of damage. While at the same time having 3 medium mounts. I think they're going to be good. And then we're going to lean into the ramming theme. Yeah, see, this one got structural damage, whereas this one didn't. I wonder what that's all about. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go home. There's not any bounties out here, is there? Yeah, I just did that one. You know, it's time to head back up to you random. Unless there's a gate nearby that I can take. Yeah, there is actually. Take this gate. Nice. Vengeance Fleet Pirates. Ah, yes, another fancy Nixerlin feature. Vengeance Fleets. Although a level 1 fleet from the pirates should not be an issue. I probably killed fleets that are stronger than that already. Alright, I mean, normally, I don't really like killing you guys for no money. Like, if you could go get yourself a bounty first, that'd be great. Honestly. I'd love that. Look, if you're a pirate, and you're not notable enough to have a bounty on you, what makes you think you stand a chance against my fleet? You know, at least go and, like, do some stuff to prove yourself first. Like, there's got to be a minimum requirement here. Yeah, I think I should check it. I think I can... I don't know what exactly the Knights of Lud mod has done to tamper with AlphaSite, but I should be able to handle it by now. And if not, well, we're just going to save and reload. But don't tell anyone. It's a secret. Well, it can't be a it cannot be no. The whole pirate bit is not a villain monologue because I'm the hero. This is my story. Wow. That was... Alright. Not quite what I was aiming for, but... good enough. See, look at that! I did some ramming damage, just with my shield. This is a ramming fleet. Always has been. I mean, look at these guys. They're pathetic compared to those bounties. They're nothing. I am 6 parallel universes ahead of you guys. I don't know why you thought you could do this. Die. Ramming overload. Classic. Wait, can I do a ramming overload for you? No, you're just gonna drop your shield, aren't you? Oh, no, I got the overload. I also... You're... Okay, come on. You're not even flamed out. Your engines are clearly on. Slow down. Well, in my last campaign, I didn't use the... Well, in fact, I think there's only one campaign that I've done over the long term on my channel. Maybe I should fix that. Maybe I should add, like, a... Yeah, because I was going to do a midline fleet with the Persian League, but of course that got interrupted. So maybe I could do, like, a vanilla playthrough. As, like, a separate, parallel thing. Just as videos. And in that one I could do the Persian League. See, can you kill that? That would be nice. Although, instead of waiting for you to kill that, I would rather just do this. Much easier. And we've got 3 story points. Lovely. Really, another one of you? Haven't you delayed me enough? Actually, yeah. I could do a DEM fleet, huh? Persian League themed DEM fleet. But with S-Mod, so it's good. That does sound fun. drop these off because I'm totally going to use all of these. You know, like, because you know, as soon as you sell any of them, you're immediately going to go, you know what? I need one of X, but I sold X like 5 minutes ago. Damn. That's what's going to happen. So I can actually S-mod the magazines now. And I'll probably want to do the repair units as well. But first, I mean, I can afford to restore you. 28,000, cheap. And I can get some more stats for you. And what you need is another level. Okay. Yeah, I'll just drop off the metals. It's whatever. It's using up all my cargo space for no good reason. Honestly, yeah, I think leaving all of these on, because none of these are hurting my performance too badly, but they are reducing the recovery cost by half. So the price for deploying this is cut in half, which means that I can deploy it pretty freely. Obviously, by the time I get to the late game, I'm going to want to maximize my performance as much as possible, and the deployment cost is not going to matter that much. But for, like, the mid-game, yeah, these are some pretty decent demods to have, all things considered. Yeah, let's see, you've got Elite Field Modulation. Yeah, that's true. Elite Field Modulation would be pretty good, wouldn't it? Although Elite Helmsmanship is probably also very good, but yeah, this one first. Yeah, glitched sensors does reduce attack range by 10%. But with the Odyssey specifically, that's not a big deal. I already closed the distance with Plasma Burn anyways, so the difference between that extra 10% it's not very big. Something I'm only really going to worry about in the very late game. Yeah, Paragon with Ulan Siege Lasers is pretty ridiculous, although I don't have a Paragon. Maybe I'll recover one at some point. We will see. Yeah, the fleet's starting to take shape. It's going to be ramming ships, and it's going to be these guys. In fact, I'm going to put you guys up front. You're being demoted, Penny-Skinus. At this point, you should be used to that. So yeah, these are the ships that are going to stick around. These ones are going to get replaced. And you can tell because these ones have the S-mods already. Nice. Okay. I think I'm going to go do Alpha Site now. In fact, I'm going to save first. Let's head on over. Time to sight some alphas. That's what the kids say whenever they're going to Alpha Site. Trust me, I'm very in tune with the lingo. I am not making that up on the fly. That's just the way it is. So it's somewhere around here. No, I'm just going to avoid the Ziggurat. I don't want to deal with that right now. Actually, the Ziggurat... You know what would be a really good counter to the Ziggurat? You know what would be really good against the Ziggurat? Would be like a ship that has repair units and like EMP resistance with like impact mitigation so that it doesn't get disabled by the moats. But it's also got like good armor so that it doesn't die to the moats either. And it's got some kind of like mobility system so that it can stay right next to the Ziggurat and punish it with a ton of high explosive damage as soon as it unphases. You know, that something like that would probably be good against the Ziggurat, I think. Yeah, well, good to see you, Insomnifax. How long have I been live? 2.5 hours by now. Gaslighting Sebastian into saying, going to cite some alphas. That... Honestly, that's the kind of interaction that I think that maybe the game is missing, is the ability to just hang out with Sebastian and gaslight him into things. And it's like, oh yeah, this is like this is something that all of the kids at the academy are saying, Sebastian. If you want to seem like a cool and hip, like like professor at the academy who's in with the kids, this is the kind of thing you've got to say. Citing some alphas, yeah. Yeah, that's something that... Absolutely. Yeah, you got it, Sebastian. That's what they say. Alright. In fact, I might try the ziggurat. It's not like I want to use it either way, so kinda don't care that much. I'm gonna go up here first, though. Gaslighting Sebastian is a mechanic that is in high demand. All right, let's see. Yep, there's danger, 1 star. It looks like a Hyperion, but that is not a Hyperion. It's like an Omega Hyperion. It's got a Cryoblaster, a Cryoflamer, and an Ion Pulsar. It's got triple S mods. Lovely. 22 deployment points, so it's better than a regular Hyperion, huh? And a level 8 officer thing. What is that, a Gamma Core? No, Omega? But Omega would be level 9. So I don't know. Well... I don't know what kind of goddamn creatures that is. But I think the solution is to just ram it to death. What do you think? Do I really even need anything else? I did save first, so we'll just see how this does. If I gotta deploy more than 2 ramming cruisers, then this might be a little... Oh god, it's got moats! Ladies and gentlemen, it's got moats! What kind of goddamn creatures is this? I should have S-modded the repair unit. Although it looks like it's filling up its own flux bar just fine. When you factor in the Storm Kneeler, we should be able to take care of this. Unless it just teleports away, and then, like, that would be really sad. So yeah, this is some goofy, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I think we're gonna need more stuff. Alright. Deploy the stuff. Go. I mean, we are doing damage to it, but... Yeah, now that it's going to start hitting hull with the Cryoblaster, it's going to do... It's going to kill very fast. Unless it just dies here, which would be really funny. Yes, kill it. Go, it's overloaded. Come on, use your system! Did you really just overload it and then not do anything? There's no way your system was still on cooldown. Come on now. So I was right. I think the 2 ramming ships could handle it if Robert had systems expertise. But Robert doesn't have systems expertise, so he died. Well, I mean, he didn't die, but, like, metaphorically, he was killed. It's just that he lived, you know. He died, but he lived. That sort of thing. Yeah, I don't think the kobolds are in that much danger of dying. This thing doesn't have the best anti-shield damage, by the looks of it. Hey, can you maybe get out of my way? Are you serious? You get in my way and then you flame out immediately. That's just embarrassing. We have done damage to it. Not a lot. But yeah, I think if Robert had systems expertise, this would have been dead. Because we did it got sandwiched between the two of them and then overloaded. It was so close. Alright, go. Ram. Ram into it. There we go. Wow, that was like a 2-second overload. That was nothing. But we did do a significant amount of damage in that 2 seconds, so I think we got this. It is still trying to run away at 0 flux. I think it's scared. We've inflicted the fear of God. Or perhaps the fear of blood. Although, they don't really... You know what? Low tech. Yeah, we've got low tech, so fear of blood is appropriate. We've got a mix of technologies, really. Yes, hit it with the Storm Needler. Get closer. Come on now. Get back here, coward. You think you're clever, teleporting behind people. What are you, a weeaboo? God damn. That looked weird. Yeah, this is annoying. One of these days... Oh! That was good. It got the phase lances right as it teleported. That ate some damage right there. I mean, wouldn't it be enough to just make it a regular Hyperion? It's got to be like an Omega Hyperion too. Seriously. Oh, and it can teleport twice before I even catch up to it, of course. Its combat readiness is at 73, but I don't know if that's... Oh, we got some damage on it. Yeah, the kobolds are holding out pretty well against it. Right, it doesn't do enough damage to get through their shields, but they can threaten it with phase lances. I guess we're just gonna have to corner it up here. What are you doing? What is happening right now? I thought you hadn't caught up because you were just too slow. But no, you were going the wrong direction for no reason. Of course. Of course, we can't corner it either because it can teleport. Right, my mistake. I thought that this would be over. But it is never over. You know, just leave. Fine, just leave. Have it your way. I mean, I tried to put up my shield, but hey, it just fucking exploded. Oh! Really? Really? So it teleports behind you, dies and explodes, killing you with its death explosion, and then just fucking respawns instantly, but also there's more Hyperions now. I'm speechless. That is something special. I'm annoyed, but I'm also smiling, so am I having fun? Let you be the judge of that. All right, you know what? I think that's enough Star Sector for today. Thanks for coming, everybody. It's been a good one. It's been very exciting. We've discovered a lot of things today, but I think that's enough. I think that is enough Sector for one day. I think we're good. It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, that's good. All right. Yeah. We're going to have to sector this. These stars are going to have to get sectored next time. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think... Yeah, I'm feeling all sectored out today. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back for another one next week. Have a good one.